Hello my friend and welcome to my channel. Today I've got China Glaze, Snap My Dragon, and Caribbean Temptation. I've started off with bases loaded lacquer, low and away, and this is a foundational base coat. And then I topped that with China Glaze because I wore this for a couple of days before I did this manicure. There we go. Alrighty, so we're going to break out the liquid latex. I'm going to do a gradient and stamping today. I don't need the latex for stamping so much, but definitely for the gradient. I have messed up before and forgot to do this part. And let me just tell you, it is a chore to clean up. So if you don't use latex because of an allergy, I would definitely recommend tape or something. They've got some, I think they call them nail aprons that you can buy. I know Beauty Big Bang and I think Maniology and some other places have things like that. But for a quick fix, you can use like masking tape or scotch tape. And I'm just going around and dabbing. There we go. And I've got a little bit on my nail. I'm going to try to, now that it's dried just a little bit, I'm going to try to scrape that little bit off. There we go. Just kind of make it stick to the other pieces of latex. Alrighty, so we've got China Glaze, and this is Snap My Dragon and Caribbean Temptation, or Caribbean. Depends on how you want to say it. Both of these are very old polishes. That one's got really ugly bottle syndrome. I've got a makeup wedge out, and I've cut it to fit my nail. And it is dampened with water. People ask me why I do that. I do that because I think it soaks up less polish that way. And I think you get a smoother gradient out of it. So I'm doing a vertical, horizontal, I don't know. I'm doing this a little differently today. It's not going to be like a sunset gradient. It's going to be kind of like lined gradient. Now the inspiration for this manicure came from some lilies that are growing out in my backyard. They look like they're one color, but if you look really close at them, you can see that there is a darker shade and a lighter shade to them. So, and I know that this gradient isn't just going to like jump out at you, and that's okay, because that's what I was going for. And this actually turned out exactly like I pictured it in my head. You'll just see me digging through my polishes trying to find two colors that I wanted to use for this. And I actually did a little bit of testing before I hopped into it. I know, I say all the time that I don't have time for that anymore, but I did find the time for this one. And I do this one a little differently. Normally I just go nail to nail to nail, but I'm reloading the brush and doing each nail a little bit. And that's given those other nails, the first nails that I've done, a chance to dry down a bit before I go in with more coats and try to build them up a little bit. But both of these polishes are doing really well, so I don't think it's going to take too much to get them, you know, covered up pretty good. And I am kind of going to the sides and just trying to focus the colors instead of rocking it. I was scared I was going to mess my line up if I rocked it like I normally do. So I'm using those sides of the sponge for the sides of my nails. Here we go, a little bit more, one more nail to do the first round with. And if you hear a little crunching and munching going on, that's Cotton. He's got one of those busy bones. He's sitting right here with me, you know, supervising and snacking. So here we go. So that's looking pretty good. I am going to do just a little bit more. I probably could have got away with just that, but, you know, girl crazy, she's going to have to go through the steps. So now I'm just tapping, side, side, side. And then I'm going to use the leftover polish for the next nail. And the next nail, and then I'm going to reload. I'm just trying to get them to, you know, be all covered. Because, you know, sometimes you miss those sidewalls a little bit. So, I'm going to do that one that I just did a little bit more, and then hop on into these last two. And I really think this is going to be it for this round. I think that we're going to be good to go here in just a few seconds. Might reuse some of this polish on some of the other nails. Nah, I think they look good. Alright, so I'm going to get this liquid latex off. This is the latex I got off of Amazon in the tub. And I don't know if it's the humidity here, but this stuff was sticking like nobody's business. So I had to resort to using tape to get it up. I could not get it with my tweezers. You see I've already taken it off the other 4 digits. And I wasn't going to struggle like that on camera with y'all. So here's my little trick for this. I'm going to just use a piece of tape. You know, this was the only way I could think to get it off. Alrighty, so now we're going to go in with some acetone and do a little bit of cleanup. Just da-da-da-da. I am using my Maniology cleanup brush today. And that acetone is pure acetone, but it does have the Essie Cocoa from IMK Nails in it. And so far I'm really liking it. It's a little oily, but it's got coconut oil in it, and that's what helps protect your skin. So, you know, I like when I'm using it that my nails don't look dried out when I get done. You know, they're not all crunchy and stuff. A little bit more tidying up here. And I think that's pretty good. I'm going to put on a coat of INM Out the Door. It's a pretty quick dry top coat. It's glossy. It's just not like a really thick one, and that's what I like using in between my layers when I'm doing very layered nail art like this. And once this is totally dry, we're going to get on into some stamping. You can see that little faint line down the middle that's a little darker. That's exactly what I was going for. There we have it. There's a swatch photo of the gradient. Next up is Maniology M179. I just did a small order not too, excuse me, long ago with Maniology, and this is one of the plates I got. Got to get this blue film off. Woody's going to help me. I'm having a little bit of trouble. I don't want to mess my nails up. I don't use my nails to get these. It's either comes up with Woody or, you know, my tweezers or something. Get that blue film off, and then we're going to clean it over with some acetone. There we go. Wipey wipe. And then I wipe it down with a paper towel. I'll be using my Beauty Scraper and my Maniology Monocle stamper today. And bases loaded lacquer on the black. I almost said Braves Diva. I've actually done pretty good with the change, but you guys know occasionally I will flub it. So we've got this, and this kind of looked like the center of the flower I was talking about, the lilies. It's not exact, but close enough. So I'm going to do this on some accent nails. I'm going to do my thumb, my middle fingernail, and my ring fingernail. And we're going to clean that stamper off on a lint roller. And the plate's going to get done with pure acetone. Oops, look, I'm going ahead and doing the tape tricky here. Get some of that excess off my skin before I move on, obviously. It's coming up pretty good. Kind of digging it. There we go. Now we can clean that plate with some pure acetone. No acetone additive in that. You don't want that. It'll make your plates not pick up well. So there we go. I'm going to add another coat of that. Scrape it off and pick it up with our stamper. Now I've got to figure out how to hold it to line it up. There we go. Now, I really loved this manicure. I loved how it turned out. It just, like I said, when you've got something in your head and you've got it all figured out in your head and then it actually works on your nails, that's just nice. Makes you happy. It gives you good feelings. And this one was that for me. Really do like this plate. I want to use some more of these images. So we're going to go in with that little piece of tape again, get some more of this up. Get some of this mess cleaned up. Gotta make sure to get up under that nail because I definitely got some image stuck up under there too. And now I'm going to go in and do my for real cleanup with acetone. There we go. Get up under there because that, I'm telling y'all, if I spot that later, that would just make me crazy. I know it'll come off with a couple of hand washings, but I just don't like seeing it. I want them to be all cleaned up. At least the best I can get them. There we go. I'm going to top it with the smudge-free top coat from Maniology. You know, seal in that stamping design without smearing it. And then we'll do a glossy top coat. I think you can see the line better with the stamping even. I think it jumps out at you more. Today I'm using Fast and Hard from Vibrant Vinyls as my final top coat. I love this stuff. But it's not as accessible as my, you know, standby lovable top coat. So I do get it when I can. So there we go. We're going to cap our free edge here. Maybe. There we go. Cap that free edge. And there we have it. Beautiful. So here's my swatch photo. I hope you enjoyed this one. Leave me a comment down below. I want to thank you for watching. Until next time, be good to yourself.